Hello, I am a mummy. Just kidding, it's Mr. Hildebrand here, but you probably knew that because you're on my Canvas page or my YouTube channel. I was going to try to do the whole lesson wearing that mask, but it is a little warmer than the mask we normally wear in school, so I'm going to forego that for right now. I wanted to get on real quick and just kind of post a mega lesson for the whole week. Obviously, if you're attending hybrid, you'll be in class a couple days, you'll be on Zoom a couple days. If you're core, you'll be on Zoom throughout the week, and we'll meet every day to discuss what I'm going to discuss in this video. But I'm going to post this video so that you can, basically, if you miss any lessons because of a doctor's appointment, or you miss anything because of a Zoom link going out or something like that, you can always go back and watch this and get caught up. This week is kind of our big preparation week for our test. Our test is on Friday, the 4th. It is online on Canvas, and so you can take it starting on the 4th. If for some reason you're worried about the internet at your house going out, or a device not working, something like that, and you want a paper test, shoot me an email, ask me for one, or the last time you see me in school. So before you leave school for the week, make sure you ask me for a paper copy so I can make sure I get you one of those, okay? I also have study guides in my room or study guides on the Canvas. So first thing I'm going to do is just kind of show you where everything is this week. If you go to the Students portal and you go down to Canvas and we log in using our super secret passwords, you can scroll down to see World History. Click on World History. Scroll down until you see course modules. And you're looking for week 2 this week. Week 2, Grapes of Egypt. But I'm guessing if you found this video, you probably figured that out already. I have the agenda here, which I'll show you real quick. Basically, this week is test prep week. So we're going to do a Nearpod that's going to help get you ready for a test on Monday and Tuesday. And really the only assignments you have is if you didn't finish anything if there's anything you're missing from last week, get on and finish it. Hopefully by now I have your grades updated for you. Wednesday, we're going to kind of take some of what we learned about Egypt and apply it to our own lives. Thursday, we're going to do a Kahoot review for the test, and then start working on our study guides if you haven't already. And then Friday, we're going to take the test either virtually or if you have a paper copy. Okay. If I go back out here to the module and I go to the lesson notes and links, this is where you found this video probably unless you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You have a Nearpod student paste, so you can click on that link and just keep working on that Nearpod, review the notes about the grapes of ancient Egypt at any point. This is the study guide. You can click on that. If you go back to the lesson notes from last week or the Nearpod from last week, that will help you to fill in this study guide as well. And then here's a link to a kind of self-paced Kahoot that you can do at any point on your own. All right. And as always, here's our Zoom link and our time for core and hybrid. Like I said, there's not going to be any big assignments this week. We're basically spending the week getting ready for the test, except for the test at the end of the week, which I will post and make that available to everybody when we get to Friday. Okay. Let me take us, if we click on that link, it'll take us to Nearpod. It will look something like this. So last week we talked about the 5 themes of geography and how we study civilizations using that. We talked about Egypt. We talked about their location. Talked about Egypt as a place, describing it. We talked about movement of people and ideas. We talked about regions. And we talked about humans and the environment interacting. Well, this week we are talking about the grapes. Okay, the grapes of ancient civilization stands for geography, religion, achievements, political structure, economics, social structure. This is just another way to study history or study ancient civilizations. Here I have this video. It is very corny. I'm going to warn you, it's going to get stuck in your head. Some of y'all are going to love it, some of y'all are going to hate it, but I guarantee it will help you remember the grapes and what they mean. So watch that on your own time or watch it in class together. Geography. When we talk about geography, we're talking about where is something located. Okay, the absolute location, the exact GPS coordinates or exact spot on the map, or relative location. Right, what's it close to? We're also talking about what's the land like. Okay, what's it like as a place? Okay, what's the human characteristics, the people who live there, what are they like? What is the weather, the climate, the landforms, the animals? What is that all like? So that's geography. So what is the place actually like if you go there to visit and you look around? Some of the activities I'm going to skip over for this lesson, but we're going through Nearpod on your own, or we go through it in class. It'll be helpful for us to remember if we do some of those activities. So for right now, I'm just going to stick to the info in case you missed any of the lessons. Religion, that refers obviously to what do people believe. What do they believe about spiritual things? Do they believe in an afterlife? Does their beliefs kind of have like moral code or laws that they have to follow? How many gods or goddesses do they have? Remember, polytheistic, that's many gods and goddesses. Poly means many, just like polygon is a shape with many sides. Polytheism, religion with many gods and goddesses. Monotheism, that is a religion with one god. Just like in Monopoly, you're trying to get one winner, one person to take over the whole board. Monotheism, just one god. How do they worship? How do they pray? Do they sing? Do they fast? Is there any other practices that they do? Okay. What do we call their places of worship? Synagogues, temples, mosques. Okay. Lots of other options there as well. I had this video to help you out as well with the major world religions. It has ask a couple questions, and there's a poll question as well to help solidify religion in your brain and help you to remember for the test. We're talking about achievements. We're talking about, hey, what did that civilization left behind? What are they famous for? What did they accomplish? Was there any famous art? Was there any scientific discoveries, inventions? Did they write anything famous? I have on here some of the accomplishments of ancient Egypt. Obviously, they are famous for building the pyramids, okay, of Giza. These were burial tombs for their pharaohs, or very wealthy, rich, and powerful people. If you forget any of the other information, maybe geography, religion, achievements, politics, economic, social structure of ancient Egypt, this kind of page right here will help you figure some of that stuff out. So it's going to be some extra information that will be useful on the test that you can use as examples to get extra points. So you can go through this kind of on your own time and check out some stuff about ancient Egypt. This is kind of a virtual reality trip to the Great Pyramid of Giza. So if you have VR goggles, you can definitely put those on and check this out. If you don't have VR goggles, that's okay. You can kind of just drag it around the screen and kind of zoom into some different things. Just see how massive these pyramids are, the accomplishments. This is also the Sphinx. This is a 3D model of another great achievement that the ancient Egyptians built and are famous for, so you can check that out. We have a video about hieroglyphics, which is their writing system, which is another famous achievement, how they use symbols and drawings to represent their sounds and their words. And here's a little thing you can practice writing your name using the hieroglyphs. Politics. So politics always asks, who's in charge? Who makes the laws? Is it one person? Is it a lot of people? Is there a system? Well, in ancient Egypt, it was the pharaohs. Pharaohs were basically the kings. It could be a male or female. And they were viewed as the political leaders, so they made all the laws, all the decisions, but also the religious and military leaders as well. So here is, they're kind of famous for when they died, preserving their bodies and mummifying them. So have you ever heard of a mummy? That's the ancient Egyptians who started that. So you can kind of check out that video. It's kind of an interesting one on pharaohs and mummification. All right, then economics, economy. What does that refer to? Well, that refers to money. How do they make money? Do they trade? Do they share? Do they pay taxes? What kind of jobs do they have? What kind of stuff do they make? So that's economy. In ancient Egypt, I got a little video here for you can check out. Basically in ancient Egypt for the economy, lots of farmers, lots of people trading. They also obviously had a very strong military, so lots of people were soldiers. So that's kind of some of the famous parts of their economy. Social structure. So this refers to how do people interact with each other? Is everybody equal? Are some people more important than other people? Do men and women have equal rights? Do they have the same kind of jobs and roles, or are they expected to do things differently? Are some people considered really, really important and some people treated very poorly? How does that work in that society? If you check out this video, it's going to go through the social structure of ancient Egypt with the pharaoh at the top and the slaves at the bottom, and it will kind of tell you who's in between and where everybody ranked in ancient Egypt. And that brings us to the end of our lesson. So like I said, check out that Kahoot to help you study for the test. If you need a paper copy, please let me know. If you have any issues with the Nearpod or any of the lesson on Canvas, please shoot me an email. I'd love to help you. All right, folks, have a great day.